The bird is freed. Elon Musk has apparently taken over Twitter, and he's already making his presence known with a big shakeup. Several top executives have been ousted. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dan Ashley. Musk faced a midnight deadline to close a deal to buy Twitter, and it sure looks like he met it, though there has been no formal statement from the company. ABC 7 News reporter J.R. Stone is following the story in the newsroom. J.R., the plot thickens.
Dan, what a night it has been. A lot of people did not expect this until Friday. Sources say Musk has already made big changes.
The bird is freed, is what Elon Musk tweeted on Thursday night. Musk has taken control of Twitter, according to Associated Press sources, who also say that Musk has removed Twitter's CEO, CFO, and top lawyer.
They escorted them, the three people there out of the, out of the office today. I told them, you're fired, you're out. So it's not like starting with a positive note.
News of Musk taking the reins of Twitter comes just hours before the deadline set by a Delaware judge to finalize a deal. Former Twitter employee Claire Diaz-Ortiz was an early employee at the company and still has friends there.
I think everyone's just sad at this point that this is what it has come to. But I think, again, this is probably the best outcome given the bad outcomes that were on the table most recently.
The deal to buy Twitter was originally valued at $44 billion. Musk, who is CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, tweeted video Wednesday of him carrying a kitchen sink into Twitter headquarters in San Francisco. Hundreds have left Twitter in recent months, and Musk reportedly told employees that he would not fire 75% of the workforce, as some sources had speculated, but there are still questions about that.
If he's able to prove that he can do something awesome with 25% of the current 7,500 employees at Twitter, then what does that mean for, Pinterest? What does that mean for Snapchat? And that remains to be seen, right? I would be concerned about my job.
Tech expert and San Jose State University professor Ahmed Banafa says less employees could be concerning when it comes to dealing with spam, hacking, and extreme content.
What is free speech for Elon Musk? What is it? How would you define it? How far can he allow this to go?
He has lots and lots of ideas, and he probably needs to focus in on a few of them.
Generally speaking, when you are talking about taking social media, private, because this is what he's going to do. He's going to take it private. We have a lot of concern about our data.
Big questions out there tonight. You heard some of those there, but probably the biggest, will Elon Musk allow people who have been banned from Twitter to come back? Specifically those like former President Donald Trump. Lots of talk about that on social media, but no answers this evening. Dan, now back to you.